Stand by, Barry.
Anywhere. KENS-5 Eyewitness News is local coverage you can count.
They had to use pepper spray and pepper ball guns on demonstrators Saturday. It's illegal to protest inside the state capitol, and when protesters tried to do that anyway, police pushed them back. That's when one officer was knocked off his motorcycle. 2 others were knocked down and kicked in the head. 7 people were arrested. It was supposed to be just another day. Every day are there.
Overnight, there's anywhere between 20 to 40.
Really?
And then during the daytime, we get upwards of 100, 150.
Yeah. How's your job search going?
Found a job.
Did you really? What are you doing?
Tech support.
Tech support? Good for you, man. Where?
A call center over off of Bandera.
Yeah. Cool, man.
4, 3, 2.
This to go right here on your hip, and then we'll run the cable underneath your shirt, and we'll clip it like right here, okay? Yeah. Should be good to go there. And I'll go ahead and give you a mic check later on, like we're about to do the interview.
Whatever you got to do. Cool, you're good.
And I'll turn.
Done with those clouds within the next couple of minutes, if not even sooner.
Folks with the Occupy San Antonio protest, to find out where they are with their protest and in comparison to others going on around the country. So now, did you get your,
Shock top, Jared?
you were working on your
Yeah.
Good.
student loan, or your
I like the.
funding thing for school? Did you get it lined out?
Still pending.
That seems
Yeah.
popular.
Where are you gonna go? Really?
Yeah.
They offer teachers, teaching certificate
The certificate you have to get at your bachelor's, but they offer a Associates of Arts in Education.
there? And what are you gonna, elementary teaching,
school.
did you say?
Wireless 3 and 5.
Bubba, what do you do?
I'm in the food service industry, and my husband is a product.
No kidding, how many kids you have? How old are they?
13, 9, and 7.
You got a 13-year-old?
I'm older than I look.
Really? How old are you? No kidding, I wouldn't have thought that.
I get that a lot.
Well, that's a good thing, because as you get older, then you'll, it's like my father, I swear, he looked, 35 all of his life. I mean, when he was younger, he still, when he got to be 55, he still looked 35. But then when his age caught up with him, it happened like that. He went from looking like a, 35, 40-year-old guy to 60.
I went from feeling that way one day, but it suddenly happened like that.
Well, I got bad news for you.
I understand.
It gets worse.
When
It
you
gets
go in one
worse.
direction.
How is it that, how do police here react to this?
Amazing.
Very
Well, I would
respectful.
think, I mean, San Antonio's different. Everybody, it doesn't matter.
Stand by.
Stand
10
by.
seconds.
On 3, Barry. 5, 4, 3, 2.
They've been protesting in support of the Occupy Wall Streeters for about a month now. It's actually started here locally in Travis Park, then moved to Hemisphere Park, the Occupy San Antonio movement. With us now, back with us, Von Tangero, Bubba Ridgway, new with us this week. Guys, where's the local effort, movement?
At this point, we're working a lot on getting more organized. This all fell together really quick, like it did everywhere in the country and the world where they're doing this. And for the most part, we're in solidarity with all the Occupy sites across the world, starting with Wall Street.
What is, if there is yet, a definitive goal in this? Asked you this last time, and of course you weren't here. And in setting that goal, who do you ultimately hope to sit down with, or is that the goal, to sit down with
The
somebody?
government. I would say, from my opinion, and of course I'm only speaking for myself, we don't have any leaders. In my personal opinion, the Occupy sites all over the world and this country are out for political, economic, and judicial equality for everybody.
So who do you sit down with? Who do you present this to?
Right now, the key is getting people informed, letting people know about what we're talking about, the main issues that are going on, the in the Fed, the money out of politics, social, economic, political justice for all. It's getting the word out so people are more aware, and that way a more democratic way can be established for everyone. We call ourselves a democracy right now, but a representative democracy, but it's hard for us to be represented when our politicians are paid by corporations. And that's what we're trying to do, is get the money.
Then ultimately, and I brought this up last time, isn't ultimately the issue with the politicians? Because the politicians
I agree with that.
gave the money, bailed out the auto industry, bailed out AIG, gave the money to the banks to keep them
The
solvent.
corporations wouldn't have a say if the politicians weren't giving it to them.
So isn't ultimately, the goal would be to get everybody to go to the ballot box and get rid of the people in Washington that we all have the problem with?
And it totally is. We just about 2 weeks ago, before the voter registration period ended, we got a lot of people to register to vote. People who had never voted before, people who have always voted. We got somewhere upwards of 250 total people to sign up to vote that otherwise probably would have never. So, you know, the word's slowly getting out. It just, more people need to know, and that's ultimately the goal. And you're right, politicians. It's all about the politicians, getting people who more represent our views, the views of the people who need
Everybody's
the support.
views.
Exactly.
Everybody's views.
I asked you this during the break a while ago, that how many people were still out there protesting. When this thing started in San Antonio the first day, I think Rebecca told me last time you had somewhere, I want to say she said about 22 or 2,500 people initially at that protest.
Ooh, 250.
No, in this city, locally, the highest numbers we've seen, I know we did a march on the 15th where we ended up at the Alamo and had some speakers talking there. I heard that the crowd swelled to about 600 there, but they did not all participate in the march. Some of them just joined when, come to see what we were talking about. The highest numbers I've known that we've turned out from our local group marching, maybe over 300.
All right, so now you told me a while ago that staying out there overnight and all, you've got 20, maybe
Sometimes 50.
40.
No,
Yeah.
sometimes 50. Most of the nights I've stayed, I get to do it. I have a family, I have a 5-day-a-week job, but, I have other responsibilities. I do stay at least one night every week, and when I go out there, I think the average, I'd have to say, was in between 40 and 50.
So are the numbers dropping off then, or?
No, only during the night. People have jobs, people have lives that they lead
Sure.
outside the occupation. So we have some people who are there 24/7. That's their job. That's what they've dedicated themselves to doing. But people will come in during the day, during lunch breaks, after work. We have meetings at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a general assembly at 1 o'clock, and a general assembly at 7 p.m. So if you're not able to make one, we definitely have time for other people to make others. We're trying to be as accommodating as possible,
Inclusive.
so more people can come.
In setting stuff like that, a while ago you said, Bubba, that there was no leadership, there was no organizer. How do you hold meetings and all? Somebody has to lead it.
Well, there's a lot of leaders. The thing is, there isn't any one leader. I mean, I like to think of us as kind of like drops of water. And, for some reason I was no longer involved. I got moved aside. Something's going to come in and take my place naturally like that. I encourage everyone that even if you're involved yet or not, if you go down there, I encourage everyone to display leadership qualities. If you have something to offer it.
All right, Vaughn, I asked you this last time, what you did. You said you were looking for a job. You told me a while ago you found one.
I did find a job, yes.
Yeah.
Things changed for me, and I'm thanking every last cent I have for the job opportunity that I got.
Yeah, and you're still on track for teaching.
Yes, still on track to be a teacher.
All right, man. Good luck, guys. One last look at today's weather when we come back. Stay with us. Guys,
It's not very.
thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck with things, man. Bubba, stick around. I got that disc.